All right, so welcome back. So I'm also as eager as you are like to ask, how was ASP Kayode Wanrero, the Assistant Superintendent of Police that arrested Lawrence Anini? I was able to do it. Yes, I'm also as curious as you are. So let's find out. Uh, ASP Kayode led the crack 10-man team to the house, knocked on the door of the room, and Anini himself, clad in underpants, opened the door. Where is Anini? Imagine that question was the question the officer quickly inquired. It was believed that his girlfriend had a hand in his arrest as at then. Once again, fear woman. Okay, so that's just on a lighter note. So going forward, the police officer quickly inquired. It was believed that his girlfriend had a hand in his arrest. Many of the opinion that the girlfriend collaborated with the police and took Aneni's charm away before the police arrived. Dazed as he was caught off guard and having no escape route, Aneni all the same tried to be smart. Oh, Aneni is under the bed in the inner room. As he said it, he made some move to walk past Kayode Nwanrero and his team, but in the process, he shoved and headbutted the police officer, but it was an exercise in futility. Nwanrero promptly reached for his gun, stepped hard on Anini's right toes, and shot at the left ankle. Anene searched for, but the policemen took hold of him and put him in a sitting position. Then they pumped more bullets into his short leg and almost severed the ankle from his entire leg. Already engaged by the excruciating pains, the policeman asked him again, "Are you Anene?" And they replied, "My brother, I won't deceive you. I won't tell you lie. I'm Anene." He was taken he was taken from there to the police command or headquarters where the state police commissioner Parry Osayande was waiting. While in the police net, Anini, who had poor command of English, could only communicate in pidgin, made a whole lot of revelation. It disclosed that, for instance, Osumbo, who had been arrested earlier, was his deputy, saying that Osumbo actually shot and wounded the former police boss of the state, Akabusu. Anene was shot in the leg, transferred to a military hospital, and had one of his legs amputated. Of course, the short legs. That was after Monday Osumbo was also captured. When Anene's hideout was searched, police recovered assorted charms, including the one he usually wore around his waist during operations. It was instructive that after Anene was captured and dispossessed of his charms, the man who terrorized the whole state and was supposed to be fearless suddenly became so lily-livered and started singing like a sparrow. Of course, it always happened like that. Making confessions. This was against public expectation of a daredevil hoodlum who would remain defiant to the very end. Shortly after the arrest of Vanini and Co., the daredevil robbers began to sequel, revealing the roles played by key police officers and men in the aiding and abetting of criminals in Bende State and the entire country. Due to the amputation of his leg, Anini was confined to a wheelchair throughout his trial. Anini particularly revealed that Chief Superintendent of Police Iyamu, who was the most senior police officer as at that time was shielding the robbers, would reveal police secrets to them and then give them logistic support such as arms to carry out robbery operations. These have been started not today, as far as way back. Police have been hidden criminals. Going forward, they further revealed that Iyamo, after each operation, would join them in sharing the loot. It was further exposed how Iyamo planned to create Christopher Omeben, an Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of intelligence and investigation, but Iyamo was later to be disappointed as the assailants dispatched to eliminate Omeben were only able to kill his driver. If you could remember way back, I said the driver was killed and his body was found some distant kilometers away from Benin City. Uh, Otua, a Sergeant Iyam, whom the robbers refer to as Baba, reportedly had choice buildings in Benin City, being now invested the loot he obtained from men of the underworld. Iyamo on the spot denied ever knowing and collaborating with Anene, but Anene stood his ground. Of the 10 police officers Anene implicated, 5 were convicted. The robbery suspects, including Iyamo, were sentenced to death. But in passing his judgment, Justice Omar Agege remarked, Anene will forever remembered in the history of crime in this country, but it will be of unblessed memory for people, if ever, would give the name to their children. How will you even name your kid Anini? The execution of Anini and the remaining members of his gang took place on the last Saturday of March 1987. Monday Osumbo and CSP Iyamo had been executed few weeks earlier. That will be all on the history of Anini's reign of terror. Until then, See you in the next video.